YouTube.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWondrel on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian, at LiveShift on the MakeCode forum.
And yeah, we're continuing something we started yesterday, which was making a nice little conversation. And because the code's a little complicated, maybe I'll go over it real quick just to give a refresher on how it works.
It's actually
not that much code, but it's a little conceptually difficult, I think. All right, so first let's look at the game. So we've got a character over here, an old man, and they're saying some stuff down here. And then they are talking to a cloud over here, which is very stormy right now. And the way this works is we have these conversations that go between dialogue of the two characters. And then you're given a choice. You can choose between them by pressing up and down. And when you choose one, it'll go to the next thing. Right now, this isn't hooked up to anything, which is why I didn't print anything. But we'll be doing that in a bit. So our big to-do today is we're going to fill out this conversation and maybe do some other fun stuff like special effects. And hopefully this will be a nice little thing you can use in your own game if you want to have characters talking to each other, like in Fire Emblem or Persona or those types of games. All right. So let's look at our code. Whoops, didn't mean to hit debug. There we go. So first thing we do is we are creating a text sprite for our current name. That's this thing right here that says cloud. And we're setting our background color and we're defining some images. So these are the wonderful art that was given to me by Vivian and Joey. And I'm not going to go through it right now because we'll see it once we start writing out this conversation. But yeah, so we've got these arrays of images, which are portraits. And each one of these is supposed to be a different mood. Then we're calling this function create conversation. I'll get to that in a second. But we also have two other text sprites, which are choice 1 and choice 2. And that's these two right here. And we create two more sprites, character 1 and character 2. And character 1 is our old man, character 2 is our cloud. OK, so let's get to our most important function, which is print current script. Well, actually, I think we should probably do create conversation first. So we'll go there first. Create conversation. So when we do create conversation, we're using an extension called block objects. And block objects is a lot like sprite data, except you don't need sprites. You can create things and you can store things on them by name and get those things back. And that's what we're using in this thing. We've used it before, but we don't use it too often. So I thought this would be a good example. So first thing we do is we have this create script function where we create a script and we set some properties on it. We set the name, we set the text, we set the portrait, which is the number for that array that we had before, then we return it. And over here, we've started building out our story with this create conversation. So we're creating two scripts. One is from the old man. It says, boy, I could really use some rain. These plants need to hydrate. Hydration is so important. And the cloud is saying in the response, hey, I got some rain I could give Zia, but you got to prove that you're not going to use it in a way that is evil or lame. How's that sound? Then we have these two, and we want to say that we want to start with this first one, this start script, and then go to the next one. So we define this property called next page, and we set that to be our cloud. So first we're going to print this one, then we're going to go to this one. And at the end of this, we have a bunch of choices, and we did that using these properties down here. So we set this to an array of, I guess this makes sense, and none of your games cloud. And you can see those two choices right here. And then we set for choice 1 and choice 2, the script that we want to play next. And right now, these don't say anything. In fact, they're using a character not in the story, but on the call today, Joey. All right. So in addition to create conversation, we have one other function that we're going to go through real quick, print script. And this is what is actually printing out the text that we see. So we're using the story extension here. And we're first, we're going to queue a story part. And we're going to say if our name is old man, then we're going to change our character portrait. So right now, we're only using two of the portraits, this one and this one. But as we write our conversation, we're going to be reflecting our moods on what they are saying right now. So we'll be changing these around. Then we are setting the name. So if I make it play again, we can see our name up here. And I'm printing out our actual dialogue. And then at the end of it, I make the current name go away. And then the other part of this printing, the one that keeps it going, is this print current script. So we set printing stuff to be true. We call print script on our first page. And then while we have a next page, we keep printing out the next page. And then at the end, we want to check to see if we have any choices and create our choices. So that's what this is right here. So we're printing first page, we're printing any next pages we have, and then we are queuing up our UI for choosing a choice in the game. And that's pretty much it. The rest of the stuff we have is stuff you've seen us do before, which is like on up button pressed, we're setting our choice index. And then on A button pressed, we are actually making the choice and printing the script. And down is the opposite of up. And update choices just changes this outline. So that's it. That's the code. Any questions, Vivian? You feel like you got a good overview?
I think I might have missed the place where we add the next page. Is that in the create script?
Yeah, so that's in create conversation.
I see.
So all we do is we set this property next page to the next page right here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to say that our start script, old man, we're setting the next page to be this script right here.
Okay, makes sense. I think I will understand more as we build this conversation out.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to it. This code is the same as it was last time. All I've changed is I set a background color, and I've got this little key now that shows us our portraits and the numbers that correspond to them. So for the cloud, we have happy, stormy, sad, surprised. For the old man, we've got neutral, disappointed, shocked, and then happy. And we'll be going through hopefully all of those. So let's get going. I want you guys to think up what we should be doing for choice 1 and for choice 2. And I'm going to change this cloud dialog a little bit because I don't like that it's broken into 2 pages right now. So I'm going to make it a little shorter.
Okay, Joey, what do you think about if we respond none of your games, cloud, then the cloud shows how they have the upper hand in this relationship, and then they're going to leave. And the old man's like, oh no, but I need the shade and also whatever. So then we can dovetail back into the story. But I don't know. Do we want our story to be like, yeah.
Maybe if you're rude, the cloud, right now it's showing the cloud as angry to start, but I think the cloud should come in as like a happy cloud because like clouds are by default happy, right?
Yes.
So maybe it gets angry, it leaves, and then the next story thread, it starts off with the cloud is the crying cloud, and because it got his feelings hurt.
Yeah, I guess our main issue is we don't really know what this cloud's personality is. Like is this a confident cloud who's been on the job for a long time, or is this like a new cloud who was told by the other cloud coworkers that the old man would, play the trick or like play the games, and then the old man was bullying the cloud, and the cloud was like, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at my job.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Joey, as the cloud creator, what do you think?
I kind of like your last description you gave, but
okay.
I'm going to leave it up to you because you had the good ideas there. I just had the basic plot.
Okay, we're going with new on the job cloud. I think this will really help us understand
new on the job imposter syndrome cloud.
Oh, poor cloud.
All right, so real quick, I realized that I didn't hook up the portrait. So I'm going to do that right now. And now we should be, like you guys discussed, we start out with our neutral old man, but apparently not. Oh, I didn't put it in for the first page. There we go. So we start out with happy old man. And happy cloud. All right, so I'm going to create some functions just to make this code look a little bit simpler. And these functions are just going to kind of make the branching paths. So the first one is going to be called, I think I'm just going to name them based off the choices. So this first one is going to be called none of your games cloud.
I would like to know if anybody has ever used this phrase in real life, in context.
None of your games cloud?
Or just none of your games?
I think so.
Okay, interesting. I will work to put that in my vernacular.
Okay, so each of these functions that we're making is going to look pretty similar to this create conversation. But what we're going to do is we're going to return a conversation at the end of this, and we're going to use it right here where we're setting our next choice. So we're just going to have a series of these that are kind of building up our conversation as we go. So for now, let's go ahead and make a variable, and it's going to be called first page, because this is the first page of this conversation. And we're going to be setting it to some text from the old man. And it's going to be none of your games, Cloud. And I think for this one, I'm going to use the shocked face because I think it'll look pretty good in this context. And then what should it say after name your games, Cloud? Like,
you will reign as you have always done, as you have done before. Reign.
All right. And for the next page, I think we're going to go ahead and do the cloud, and the cloud is going to be, was it scared or stormy?
Maybe sad. Maybe it's like feeling overwhelmed by the old man being so bold, and it was misled by its Cloud coworkers being like, this man will definitely play your games, Cloud. Aww.
All right. And so, like before, we're going to take this and duplicate it, and we're going to set our, whoops. What did I just do?
I think you popped out the one you needed, but then dragged the others.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Whoa, nope. Popped out, drag this one. There we go.
Nice.
All right, so we're going to take our first page for this first one. And for the next one, we're going to use the next page. And actually, I'm going to make this a new variable. And it's just going to be called second page. And these variables are always going to be local. I'm just going to reuse these in all of our different, like, making the conversation parts. So first page, set next page to be second page. And now we're going to define some choices after this. Sorry, for the second page, we want to set the choices. First, we want to do our actual like text that you can choose. So let's do second page. We're going to set choices to be I think that one of them should be like trying to calm the cloud down, and one should be just ramping up the intensity.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. Okay. Awesome. The first one's like, oh, let me help you out. Typically, the clouds will rain around noon each day, or something like that. That's when
it's got to be a
rain
bit
comes.
shorter than that. So let's just do something that captures the mood.
Yeah.
And then we can put that into the full text. So. So we get, oh, hey, it's okay. I'm sorry, I yelled. Or the lives of these plants are at stake. And yeah, so this is great. Let's go ahead now and put this in our choice 2, because this was the second choice. So we need to, at the end of this function, return this conversation. So we'll do that. And we're going to return our first page right here. And I'm realizing now that this might be a little tricky.
Why?
I'll get to it in a bit. We'll figure something out. So let's go ahead and call this function for now. let's try this out. None of your games, Cloud.
Oh.
Oh, okay. We need to make the text of this a bit shorter, I think. We'll just do, it's okay. I'm sorry I yelled. And lives are at stake.
Yes, I think when you are that upset, you don't have time to be verbose.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that one still needs to be a little bit shorter.
It could just be, yeah.
Just, it's okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
All right, cool. And I think let's keep doing this one for now. So we'll go back and we'll do the positive side of this in a bit. But now we want to set the choice 1 and choice 2 for the second page for it's okay and lives are at stake. I mean, we're not going to go too deep in this tree, I think, probably just because it's going to get exponentially bigger the longer we go.
I would like the ending of one of the stories to be the old man gives the cloud one of the flowers and then the cloud wears it.
Yeah, all right. I like that. Joey, can you draw a version of the happy cloud that has a flower in its hair? Vivian, can you draw a version of the old man where he has been struck by lightning?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Also, we have a question in chat asking, what is this game about? Richard, do you want to answer that? Or?
Well, it's about a lot of things. It's about a struggle for power. It's about kind of, reconciling your place in the world and how you can't really control the nature that's around you. Really, it's a game about making RPG dialogue. So a lot of times in RPG games, you see these character portraits, and they'll, oh no, oh, here we go. So a lot of times in RPGs, you'll have this type of dialogue where you'll have a character who is talking, and then they'll have dialogue coming down, and then you make choices to kind of say what they're saying at the moment. And so that's what this game is for. We're kind of showing how to do that. And we're doing that with a conversation between an old man and a cloud. This old man is a gardener. This cloud is a cloud who's on their job for the first day.
And it's rough for both of them.
Uh-huh. It's a tough situation. All right. So we're going to create a new function. And it's going to be called, okay.
1 second. Did we have a flower that we were basing it off of? Or is it just anything goes?
Whatever your favorite flower is.
Oh, okay. Google best flowers.
Are you Googling flowers?
All right. So we're kind of getting to the problem that I was going to say before, but I couldn't really specify. But the issue is that we are using these variables, first page and second page. And we want to be able to use variables inside of here, but we don't want to create more variables for every function. This isn't a problem in JavaScript, because in JavaScript you can have what are called local variables, where it only makes sense for that function and then it kind of reverts when it goes back out. But in blocks, all variables are always the same. So if I were to reference this first page down here and change it, then when I return first page up here, I would actually be returning the first page from this function. And sorry, I know that was a confusing way to explain that, but it would create a bug in our program, and we don't want that. So, Joey, can you think of a fun way to make this better?
Ooh, is this a test, or do you not know an easy way?
This is a test.
I
No,
forget.
I don't know an easy way. So.
Can we? I forget if we can set parameters in functions. Can we assign values to local, like to parameters within the function?
We can, but we don't have any parameters of this type. That's the issue.
Oh, this is the script one. Oh. You can push it into an array, and just keep track of the number, in special case the number. I don't think that there's a solid, consistent way to handle this right now besides creating a new variable.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that.
Someday we'll have local variables, and I will be very happy.
Yeah, that's life. All right, so we're going to be creating a bunch of new variables, and they're all going to be very similar. So it's going to be it's okay first. And we're just going to name them like this, I think. It's okay first and it's okay second. And so let's go ahead and do the old man's dialogue real quick. So for it's okay first, we want to say like, shucks. It's okay. I'm sorry I yelled. We've all been there. And then the cloud in response is going to say, you mean you were a cloud on its birthday once?
Amazing.
I was just gonna. Okay. I was like, I should make that joke. That would be funny. And they're like, nah, that's a dumb joke. And then Richard did it, and now I feel better.
And the old man is going to be like, yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't know your games, Cloud.
I'm an old man, and therefore cannot fly. Or create lightning.
Yes. We will be able to foreshadow the other branches.
All right, and so let's go ahead and make this it's okay third. And this is going to be fine. We're just not going to look inside the variable thing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attach these functions now. So be quiet, simulator. I'm going to fix the program in a second. So for this one, we want to attach this conversation, but first we want to take the it's okay first and attach the next page to be it's okay second. And we're going to take it's okay second and do it's okay first. I mean third. In fact, it would be very bad if we went back to first. And now we are going to return. Oops, just want to get it's okay first. And we're going to take this and we're going to put it up here inside of choice one. So call it's okay. And put that right there. All right.
I've never seen anybody actually struck by lightning before. Do you think you can actually see their skeleton or no?
No.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
No.
But lightning is definitely
I
yellow.
saw an article the other day about some, like the Spider-Man, animated Spider-Man show, actually doing it right, where it's more likely, not likely, but more likely that you would see like their capillaries or something like that.
Oh.
Like a little vessel. And they showed it like that. But that was just like an article on social media, so I don't know if I trust it even less than our animal facts.
I accidentally deleted part of the dialogue, so I'm just putting it back in now. The clouds thing.
I put in my flower cloud.
Awesome. All right, so let's make sure we have the right portraits going on here. So for this one, we want the cloud to be sad, which is 2. That's perfect. And now for this, we want the probably the old man to be back to neutral, which is kind of like a smiling face. And then the cloud to go back to happy, which will be 0. And then we want the old man to be like, no, that's ridiculous. I'm an old man and therefore cannot fly or create lightning. And that is going to be I think 1 disappointed is going to work well there. Yeah, all right. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and do the other branch of this, and then we'll go back to the top level and do branches over here. And hopefully that'll be fun. And I think some of these branches are going to come back together, which is why I'm kind of, going off. Because otherwise this is just going to be a ton.
I mean, it's a pretty common thing for games to say, like, give you a choice, and then afterwards you realize, oh, my choice didn't matter. And you get really upset, and then you realize it's a game anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
I never have that realization. You always got to choose the nice options.
No way. Sometimes, I mean, it depends. If I'm role-playing a character that I identify with, yeah, I'm going to choose the nice ones. Come on.
If you're playing a character that you particularly dislike, you're going to actively choose against them.
This is wild to me.
Like that one person from Persona that you don't like. Forget his name.
Richard.
The guy, the one who handles all the social media.
Oh, Mishima. Yes.
Yeah.
I like Mishima. All right, so let's go ahead and start making our one over here. So this is going to be our I guess that makes sense. So let's go ahead and make some new variables again. And this one's going to be makes sense first. And it's going to be old man. He's going to say like, oh. So it's going to be, oh, I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't want to break any rules.
You don't live to be as old as I am by breaking rules.
All right. So I think for this one, he's going to be happy, and then I'm going to make him disappointed for this next one. And it's going to be like, you don't get to be as old as me if you're one of those rule breakers. All right. And now we'll have the cloud. What should the cloud request of the old man to prove that they're not going to use it for evil?
Your rain would be used to feed my flowers, which I give out.
Well, no, the cloud needs to ask him first. So
okay.
Mm-hmm. Maybe an essay? Does 5 pages sound enough?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's how I handle all requests to me anyway.
Try to be concise.
Mm-hmm. And only 1-inch margins. Like, you don't want to have more than 1-inch margins. That doesn't need to go in there. That's just assumed.
Okay, and I think the old man is going to do makes sense fourth, The old man's going to be like, 5 pages? Seems a little steep.
Mm.
I'm just trying to water my garden here. And now I think we're going to use the surprised face for this last one, because Cloud is going to be like, oh, I didn't realize that that's what it was for.
Oh.
And I'll probably come back and make this dialogue a little more interesting in a bit.
Hey now, I do love me some essay talk.
Hmm.
I feel like it's been forever since I've written an essay. Essays exist in the real world?
Isn't the Connect kind of like an essay?
Okay.
All right, let's not get into this.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize you only won a garden's worth?
I can do that, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so for the first one, we're going to be happy. For this next one, we want to be disappointed because he's thinking about rule breakers. For this one, the Cloud's going to be neutral. 5 pages, that seems a little steep. We're going to do surprised for that. Or we're going to do, I guess, disappointed for that. And then for the Cloud, we're going to do surprised. And then for the choices, we'll do that in a bit. So let's go ahead and connect these up. The more I write, the more drop-downs I have to navigate through.
This is the life you've chosen, Richard.
It's true. Okay, remind me for the next one not to write out first, second, and third and such, because if I just put the numbers, they will be alphabetically sorted.
Mm-hmm. You gotta use your brain for something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Keep it fresh.
All right, that wasn't that bad.
Mm.
And let's go ahead and return our first page. Oh, I just wanted the variable. There we go. And yeah, let's go ahead and put that up here. So we're going to call. I guess that makes sense. And I think this one is going to give you 2 choices now, but they're both going to go to the same next conversation. But it'll make the player feel like they're saying something, which is what's important. So we're going to put this on make since 5th. And the first one is going to be of course, and the next one is going to be which is way too long.
I'm glad the old man is keeping up with, you know, the day-to-day sayings of the children.
Mm-hmm. He's hip. He's with it.
Mm.
Now let's go ahead and set our choices. So we're going to do this on the 5th one again. And they're both going to go to the same thing, which I'm not going to define right now. We're going to do that in a second. All right, now I know I left one dangling one up here. Right. The lives are at stake. So we need this one to do one thing, and then it's going to loop back down to the same spot. All right. So we'll make this one a short one. Lives 1. Lives are at stake. I am responsible for these plants and their water intake. And this one's obviously going to be like wild face again. All right, this one's going to be the cloud. And what should the cloud say? Should the cloud be like giving as good as he's getting, or should he still be sad?
I feel like shouldn't the cloud be starting to freak out? And then maybe this is what leads to the lightning ending? Because the cloud can't control its feelings and it accidentally zaps old man? Or what was your... Wasn't that what you want?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I think the last one is going to go between either the lightning or the old man. And I think we'll do that. We'll do that next, actually. So we'll try and keep this short, so we're not just doing this the entire time, because I want to do some other stuff.
Okay.
So let's go ahead, and I think I'll do this one. This one's going to loop down to the same one as this one. I guess that makes sense. And then I think we'll be all back together. And when we're all together, we will do the
lightning or flower divider.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll do a choice that'll lead to 2 different ones. One will be lightning, one will be flower.
Okay.
And yeah, let's try to breeze through this. So I think the cloud's going to be like, hey.
I don't make the rules.
Hey, now, I said I was sorry. I don't make the cloud rules. Our governing body does that. This one's going to be stormy, which I think was 1. All right, so let's link these up. All right, and now on lives 2, we're going to set our choices to be just makes sense, and I'm sorry. And let's go ahead and put this down here. Oops, lives 2 should be setting the choices. And we're going to go ahead and do, so we've got 2 left. We've got, 3 left, I guess. One that's going to be the ending, one that's going to be the positive ending, one's going to be the sad ending. Okay. So the dangling ones we have right now are this one, the it's okay. And actually, let's see. You mean you were a cloud on its first day once? No, that's ridiculous. I'm an old man. Cannot fly or create lightning. And I think for the next one, we're actually just going to make it go to let's see, which was the one where they say the stuff about I was thinking I would just go directly to this one.
Yeah.
But it's kind of got this first line that doesn't really work. I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't want to break any rules.
And doesn't that go into it's okay also? So it'd be a loop.
Oh, I think I just put that in there as a placeholder.
Oh, I see.
Let's take that out now. Okay, I'm just going to go into this, and it'll be a little weird, but I want to keep things moving along. So we're going to say, it's okay third. We're going to set the next page to be not it's okay. We want it to be, I guess that makes sense. All right, this one, lives are at stake, makes sense. I'm sorry, that's just going to go straight to the end. This one's going to go straight to the end. This one, none of your games cloud. We need to change this one to be lives are at stake.
Are you not returning?
Something? Yeah. Oh boy. This is why when you're making conversations and stuff, it's helpful to plan it out beforehand.
Yeah.
All right, but I think we're good now.
Mm.
All right. So now let's go ahead and do the next one, which is going to be final choice. Let's go make a new variable. Sorry for the capitalization. And just so I can get this into place now, we're going to go ahead and immediately return that final choice one. Whoops. Now we can just call final choice and put it in all the right places. So I'll do there and there. There and there. And that's it, right? I think we're all hooked up now.
Mm.
No, not this one. No, that's create script.
Are you just looking for the colors?
Yeah. All right. So, well, I just need enough water for this garden here. And now the cloud is going to say, I can make that happen. What's the magic word?
I guess the last question is going to be, what is the cloud offended by?
So let's do final choice 2, set choices to be, so the first one is going to be, please. And then the second one is going to be, Abracadabra. And now we're going to do our two endings. So the first one is going to be the, I think, lightning ending. And now I'm going to go over to the chat and get the lightning old man out of here.
I would watch that TV show. Lightning Old Man.
Would you?
I didn't watch anything. I burned through content pretty quickly.
I forget. What's the image size again?
80 by 40, I think.
60.
80 by 60. You're right. You're right. Abracadabra.
Really
and let's go ahead and do our cloud too. If this cloud isn't blushing, I'm going to be pretty upset with you, Joey.
It isn't blushing. I forgot.
Aww.
Oh no!
You can add it though. Just add it live. That's it. Does it not work? There you go. So I know the one on the left is lavender, obviously. Is there a name for the generic flower on the right?
Is it hibiscus?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like something I've seen in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
All right. So let's finish this up. And the cloud is going to be like, all right, wise guy.
Oh my gosh.
This one's obviously going to be Stormy, which I think was 2. Was that right? No, Stormy was 1. Yes, Stormy is 1.
What if you remember these numbers for years, and then you won't know why you think Stormy equals 1?
It's the risk I take. But I knew that when I signed up for the live stream.
True, true.
So Lightning 2 is going to be the old man, and I think it's just going to be like, ah! And this is going to be the last one, which should be 4, I believe.
Mm.
And the cloud is going to smile and say, like, no rain requests today, I guess. And then the game's going to end.
You got to take out one of the todays in that last one.
Oh, yeah. No rain requests today,
Oh my gosh.
I guess. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and connect these up real quick, and then we'll be done once we do the other one.
What a little universe we have created here. This is a fable, right? It's a lesson to be learned. And that lesson is abracadabra means lightning in Latin.
Yep. This has been a fact. All right, now we return lightning 1. And now I'm just going to duplicate this function because the next one is going to look very similar. This is going to be happy ending. So go ahead and make our new variable. It's going to be happy 1. And cloud's going to be like, that's right. Such a polite young man.
Beautiful.
And the old man's going to be like, ha ha ha. What a flatterer. Take this flower as a token of my gratitude.
Do you think different things can be tokens for different things? Like this flower can only be a token for gratitude, and this one is a token of sympathy.
Yes, I think so. And then the cloud is going to say like, oh, it's beautiful. Needs some water, though. That one's going to be 4.
I would like this to have, like, I'm picturing the ending where it's like the circle zooming in on it and the cloud like winks and then goes zoom, and that's the ending. The end.
Not sure we have time for that one.
I don't think we should do it, but I would like everybody watching to picture that happening at the end.
All right, and we're going to do one more that's going to be the old man back to their disappointed face. And it's going to be like, all right. And we need to return happy 1. All right. So now we just need to go back to our final choice and set the choice 1, choice 2, and we should be good to go. All right. Oh, and there's one other thing we need to do, which is inside of our print script function. So right now we have, if there is a, oh no, not this one, the print, this one. So this one, if we have choices, we make the little choice options. But what we want to do is we want to, if there are no choices, we're just going to do game over. And you're always a winner. All right. Let's go. All right. Vivian, I'm going to need you to voice act the old man.
Okay.
Joey, I'm going to need you to voice act the cloud.
Boy, I could really use some rain. These plants need to hydrate. Hydration is so important.
I got some rain I could give you, but you gotta prove that you're not going to use it for evil. How's that sound?
None of your games, Cloud.
None of your games, Cloud. You will reign as you have done before.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is my first day. The other clouds made this job seem so easy.
Lives are at stake. I'm responsible for these plants and their water intake.
Hey now, I said I was sorry. We don't make the cloud rules. Our governing body does that.
Well, I just need enough water for this garden here.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think I messed something up. Side final choice. So let's see.
Link it up.
Set, well, oh, yep, we didn't link it up. That was it. All right, let's go. This will give us a chance to test a different path.
Should I be reading?
Gosh. Oh, you can once we get to, I think, the new content.
Okay, cool. Oh, I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't want to break any rules. You don't get to be as old as me if you're one of those rule breakers.
Maybe an essay? Does 5 pages sound like enough? Please do try to be concise.
Huh? 5 pages? Seems a little steep. I'm just trying to get something.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
Well, I just need enough water for this garden here.
Which one do we want?
Abracadabra.
All right, and I made the script print out fast for testing purposes, but I think I'm going to go back now and make it print slower because our voice actors were barely able to keep up with it.
Just pass it. It's up, up. And to the
Up,
left.
up, up.
Yeah, yeah, right there, right there.
Yeah, let's create script. Oh, this one right here. Oh, I see. Do normal.
Beautiful.
This is great. All right, well, I think we did a pretty good job.
Yes, amazing work by everybody.
I'm Richard. I'm the director of this production. It was a treat to work with both of my voice actors. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. At Richard on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Joey at JWandrel on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Vivian. I'm at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forums. I'd like to be credited for storyboarding, voice acting for Old Man Number One. Just general gopher.
I'll give you a story by, but I don't know if I'll give you a writing credit.
What? Joey and I workshopped this yesterday in the Twitch chat. The logs are there.
No, I don't think they are. I think
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
think
the logs aren't
persist
there,
at all. Even if I refresh, everything's gone. So I don't think you're ever getting that again.
Oh,
that
no.
original material is gone.
Okay, I'll see you in court, Richard.
Is the winning going to be the entirety of the forgot to call a function jar?
Oh, yes, that'd be great. I'll own the puppy that we buy with it.
What? That's the team puppy.
I'm going to take it in settlement or something. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know lawyer words.
I think this one needs to not be shocked. I'm going to change it to be disappointed real quick. And then I think we'll be done.
Mm-hmm.
So put this to disappointed. And yeah, all right, cool.